Imagine a civilization so powerful that it rivaled the Egyptians and the Babylonians, yet it vanished from history, leaving behind only myths and ruins. Who were these people, masters of iron, pioneers of diplomacy, and builders of grand cities? Join us as we unravel the mystery of the Hittites, a lost kingdom whose secrets are only now being unearthed after thousands of years. Welcome to Infinitia Verity, your go-to channel for uncovering the secrets of history, science, and the unexplored. The rise of the Hittite kingdom. The Hittite kingdom emerged around 1600 BCE, centered in Hattusa, located in what is now modern-day Turkey. This powerful empire grew from the rugged mountains of Anatolia, developing a sophisticated and urbane civilization that lasted for over 800 years. The Hittites were not just conquerors, they were innovators and diplomats, establishing themselves as a dominant force in the ancient Near East. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Hittites was their ability to assimilate and adapt the cultures of those they conquered. By incorporating the traditions and practices of the indigenous Hatti people, as well as the Luwians and Hurrians, the Hittites created a hybrid culture that was both resilient and expansive. This blending of cultures was instrumental in their rise to power and helped them establish relationships with other superpowers of the time, such as Mesopotamia and Egypt. Interesting fact. The Hittites were among the first in the world to work with iron, a technology that gave them a significant military advantage. Their iron weapons were superior to the bronze weapons used by their rivals, which helped them expand their empire and maintain control over their vast territories. Interesting fact. The Hittites were also pioneers in diplomacy. They are credited with creating one of the earliest known peace treaties, the Treaty of Kadesh, signed with the Egyptians after the famous Battle of Kadesh. This treaty is considered one of the most significant diplomatic documents of the ancient world. The Hittite Empire at its peak. Under the leadership of kings such as Suppiluliuma I, the Hittite Empire reached its zenith during the 14th and 13th centuries BCE. During this time, the Hittites controlled most of Anatolia, parts of the northern Levant, and even upper Mesopotamia. The empire was characterized by a complex and well-organized bureaucracy that managed its vast territories, which were connected by a network of roads and communication systems. The Hittites were also known for their impressive architectural feats, such as the massive fortifications of Hattusa, which included intricately designed gates, temples, and palaces. These constructions were not only symbols of power, but also served practical purposes in defense and governance. Interesting fact, the Hittite capital, Hattusa, was one of the largest cities in the ancient world, with a population that could have been in the tens of thousands. The city was well planned, with temples dedicated to their gods, massive granaries, and a sophisticated water supply system that included underground tunnels. Interesting fact, the Hittites were polytheistic, worshipping a pantheon of gods borrowed from various cultures they interacted with, including the Hatti, Hurrians, and Mesopotamians. The storm god, Tarhunt, was particularly significant and was often depicted in art as a warrior god wielding lightning and thunder. The decline and fall of the Hittite Empire. Despite its power, the Hittite Empire began to decline around the end of the 13th century BCE. Several factors contributed to this downfall, including internal strife, economic difficulties, and external pressures from neighboring civilizations. The once mighty empire fragmented into several smaller Neo-Hittite states, particularly in southeastern Anatolia and northern Syria. One of the most significant events that marked the decline of the Hittite Empire was the invasion of the Sea Peoples, a mysterious confederation of naval raiders who wreaked havoc across the eastern Mediterranean. The destruction caused by these invasions, combined with the internal issues plaguing the empire, led to the eventual collapse of the Hittite civilization. Interesting fact 5. The Sea Peoples invasion is one of the most debated topics in ancient history. These enigmatic groups left little in the way of written records, and much of what we know about them comes from the civilizations they attacked. The Hittites were one of the many cultures that suffered from their onslaught, leading to the loss of many Hittite cities. Interesting fact 6. Even after the fall of the Hittite Empire, their cultural and technological influence persisted. The Neo-Hittite states that emerged carried on many of the traditions of the old empire, including the use of the Hittite language in official documents and the continuation of Hittite religious practices. The rediscovery of the Hittites. For centuries, the Hittites were forgotten by history, their once great empire buried beneath the sands of time. It wasn't until the 19th century that the world began to rediscover the Hittites through the work of archaeologists and scholars. The discovery of the ancient city of Hattusa in the early 1900s was a major breakthrough, revealing a wealth of information about the Hittite civilization. The decipherment of Hittite cuneiform tablets provided invaluable insights into their language, culture, and history. These tablets, many of which were found in the royal archives of Hattusa, contained records of treaties, laws, and religious texts, offering a glimpse into the inner workings of the Hittite state. Interesting fact 7. The Hittite language is the oldest known Indo-European language, predating even Sanskrit and ancient Greek. Its decipherment in the early 20th century was a key moment in the study of ancient languages and helped establish the Hittites as one of the great civilizations of the ancient world. Interesting fact 8. One of the most famous artifacts from Hattusa is the Sphinx Gate, an enormous gateway flanked by Sphinx statues. These sphinxes, with their human heads and lion bodies, are similar in style to those found in Egypt, highlighting the cultural exchange between the Hittites and other ancient civilizations. The story of the Hittites is a testament to the complexity and richness of ancient civilizations. From their innovative use of iron to their pioneering diplomacy, the Hittites left an indelible mark on history. Yet, like many great empires, they eventually fell, leaving behind ruins and records that continue to fascinate and inform us today. If you enjoyed learning about the lost kingdom of the Hittites, make sure to like this video and subscribe to Infinitia Verity for more deep dives into the mysteries of history and beyond. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's keep exploring the hidden truths of our world together.